premiere episode of Resdellon. How do you say that, Lauren?
Resdellon.
Resdellon. Uh, with DM Lorne. Take it away, Lorne.
Hi, everyone. I am Lorne. I am the DM of this new campaign where our heroes are a bunch of newly appointed land bearers who are asked to go out and settle the vast savage frontier from unknown entities who might be hostile or might be friendly. This is our first session. Everyone is level 1, and they have to go through a bit of a test before they can prove that they are actually able to hold their own.
Nobody told me there'd be a test.
Well, that's what session 1 is all about. So, without further ado, why don't we have everyone introduce themselves and their character a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Who would like to go first?
Well, we usually go left to right with the names across the bottom, so
Okay.
it always stays in the same order.
Makes sense.
Oh, so that's me. Okay, I'm TB, and I'm playing Chat Noir, who is a rogue, and I'm playing a homebrew race called a Fellis, which is basically a 2-foot cat.
It only has 2 feet? Amazing.
No, it's only 2 feet tall,
No, I'm just messing
give or
with you.
take.
I'm just
Give or
messing.
take.
Okay. All right. What's your character class?
I'm a rogue assassin,
Ooh.
I think. No, I'm not. That's incorrect. I am a rogue swashbuckler.
Ooh.
Yay!
All right. Are we going to the next person? Are you done?
Which
or-
is you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Nice brief description,
all right.
character builds as you play.
My name is Clay, otherwise known as Accidental Genius, and my character's name is Seraph. He is, we're using a homebrew class called Gunslinger, so we're going to see how it plays, because I've never done this before, and he is a dark elf, so he is a darkie. And no, that's not a racial slur, because I'm black.
You're just a natural skin tone.
Next.
All right. My name is Nabil. I'll be playing as Smiley, a Warforged cleric who happens to be hanging around with potential organic compost, bipedal organic compost.
I'm offended by that.
I produce it.
Bipedal? I would like to see that.
It's getting away.
Oh, are you done, Nabil?
Yep.
Alright, I'm Stephanie, and I'm playing Lana Cephas. Wood elf druid.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'll be playing, I don't know, that was a random name. We'll call him Tuck for short. The half homebrew, half ogre, artificer, artillerist. And I'm gonna say, I guess, head of colonial security.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I just took that. That's mine.
No, we are going to preserve the native cultures of this land that we're here first.
Primitive screwheads.
No, don't go there.
Oh,
This is my boomstick. Oh, god damn it! Why didn't I make Ash?
exactly.
It's the first episode, you could.
Yeah, good remake.
Yeah, I do let people rebuild characters up until level 5. First time you play at level 5, that's where you're kind of locked in on how you're playing. But beyond that, I play a little loose. I believe in the rule of cool.
Okay.
If it sounds cool and I want it to happen, I try and make it plausible.
Cool.
Fair.
All right. So the 5 of you, I can count. The 5 of you have been actually, working and training together over the last 2 years at what is known as the Dulon Academy. It is the place where everyone who enters into the program to become a landed noble in this new land of Resdellon goes to. They are tested. They are, their metal is tested to see just how strong they are and how much they're willing to put into the effort of taming this new land.
It has already been tamed by the native people there.
Oh, goodness gracious.
As
Well,
a
but-
native of this land, I appreciate that.
It'll be
Yes,
tamed by a falling artillery shell.
yes, and for the most part, there have been 3 current establishments in this new area. I'm going to switch over to the world map so I can show you exactly what those are. So you are currently in the city of Cordon. It was the first location that was selected to make a beachhead, if you will. And there were no real native peoples on this land. And when I say that, I mean the closest you had to native peoples were non-sentient beings that had large packs that were relatively tamed, actually.
What's
Actually.
this island's name?
Which island?
The one we're on, where Cordon is.
They haven't named the island yet,
So
which is
we'll give it a name
It-
for now. We'll call it Blue. So it's Cordon on Blue.
No, nobody laugh. Nobody do anything.
no.
That sounds
Stephanie
delicious.
Class.
Typically, typically they tend to name things based upon what it is located around. Over the years, it expanded, and they have settled most of the island. However, there is still quite a few areas where it is wide open.
But it doesn't have a name?
It doesn't have a name because no one needed to name it. Effectively, it was just named Cordon because that was the only really major location of habitation
Oh, okay.
on the island.
Banana.
Yes. After that, they expanded into Blensythe, then up the river to Sheraton, and then over to Grospen. Each time when they established a new location, after learning the failures of their first time, where the landed nobles sort of came there, set up their own spot, and said, all right, do whatever the hell you want. This is my land now. I'm in charge. They realized that they needed to have a system established. Said system became a standard operation where a group would be trained in negotiating tactics, in the daily operations of a given sector of government, and then allowed to pick a location to set up their new settlement. From there, their goal was to expand until they reached a significant enough size to allow for future areas to branch off from that. Effectively, every one of these settlements is quite large in their geographical location. If you were actually to measure this map from one side to the other horizontally, the distance is approximately from New York City to the equator. So this is a very big map,
Oh,
and the height is about half as much.
Those cities are giant.
They're representative. They're not actually sized that way. It's more a sign of projection of power. So when each grid is like, I forget how many miles it is, and I'm not very good when it comes to miles. But each grid is approximately 50 miles. So, a couple grid points is quite significant distances, especially when you're traveling at horseback. Anyway, they have established 3 different locations. A lot of them have made very good inroads with the native peoples of this land, including Miss Noir's species, who are actually... I'm sorry?
Mr.
Mister. Oh, I did not know that.
How
Sorry.
dare you?
How
assume
dare
her
I?
gender.
I apologize. Anyway, the Felice are known to inhabit multiple different terrains. Some are very well akin to the grasslands, others to forest areas, and for the most part, they are generally located just to the north of the Haban Woods and on the northern tip of the woods there. So they were recently inducted into a coalition of known races in this new land. And the opportunity was made to establish your own roots in a new area of this continent, one you might not have much information on. So you have been taking part in classes at this academy to train yourselves in how to be good members of a fledgling new nation, or province, if you will. And it has become the end of your academic journey. You are reaching the final days of your course loads, and soon you will have to select a location and set up camp.
Okay.
The headmaster, Gregor Hossander, a human fighter who is known for fighting with axe and shield, and many times has put you on your backs in humbleness and bruising because of how well he trains you to fight, is approaching you with his arms held at a very loose gesture. He turns to each of you and in a very calm voice goes, "I see all of you are eager to finish your training and be on your way."
Absolutely, sir.
That is good. We have one last tradition before we let you graduate and begin your final steps towards starting your own lands. Typically, it is usually a fight between faculty members and those of you who are about to set forth. However, this year is a little different. We have two graduating classes, your own and another one, and we thought it would be momentous to have the two of you engage in a sparring match. Nothing too sinister. No, we don't want anyone to die. And to that end, to not tie your hands, we have a bunch of clerics on hand who are going to cast Death Ward on all of you. And we would hope that should you fall, that you will remove yourself from the field of battle. Should you not, then, well, any deaths that occur will be on your head, as they say.
What's option 2?
Well, option 2 is you could give up, and then you would have second choice of the location of where you wish to set up your new province.
I'm in.
I guess I'm in. This seems a little strange, but I'm
I
down.
mean, is it really fair for me to pick on these little ones here? Yeah, I'm not doing the Texan one. That's what that guy's doing in Critical Role. Let me think of a different voice.
I know. He does the Texan
I
voice.
thought you went
He's
Cajun.
from Texas.
Is he really? Ah, cool.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
both
Travis
in Laura.
Willingham from Texas.
I could do
Okay,
Cajun,
so-
but I'm not really good at Cajun. Everything comes down to scramp. I
You could be French.
could do Newfie. Newfie half
Oh.
ogre.
Oh.
Hey there, bye. You know it's good to be a half ogre there, bye. Now I despise who builds the boat, and I despise the sails, and bye.
Kiss the carp.
And I by the catch
The
this.
cod. The
Cod.
Going down to the wharf there, bye. We're gonna go jigging for some cod there. We're gonna kiss the cod there, eh? You want to kiss the cod? You want some cod tugs?
Can't tell if
All
Newsy
right.
or Hillbilly.
Okay. So, is that everyone game?
Yep.
Absolutely, sir.
Smiley is
mean-
happy to comply to move where the organic compost go.
I mean, these here wee ones there, bye. I don't want to smush them.
Oh, I don't think that will be a problem or anything to worry about.
All right. So with that, he leads you into a small antechamber towards a sparring pit that you have frequented many times, and many times he has put you on your backs in that room, where he
Wow,
brings in a
hashtag Me Too move.
I was gonna say kind of like hashtag priests. The touch.
No. That's the simple way of saying he's knocked you on your asses by beating the shit out of you.
We understood that, but we chose not to acknowledge it.
Yes. Anyway, so he does bring in a series of clerics, and each cleric approaches you and lays a hand on your shoulder, speaks a few words, and you feel a layer of protection fall upon you to the point where you think that if you were to ever hit 0 hit points, it would instead only bring you to 1.
So why can't we use that in combat all the time?
Because you don't have a high enough cleric.
Bastard.
Just before you enter into the arena, he does inform you that the other team has had the same cast upon them, and it has been expressed upon them that should they rely on that spell as soon as it triggers, you should give up, because that is basically a death wish if you do not.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, he will let you into the arena, which should load momentarily. And in front of you, you see 5 men. One is on the younger side, but definitely still, an adult. And he does have a bat that appears to be flying just off of his shoulder.
Okay.
I may look like I'm judging them, but I just have a permanently judgy face.
And she's also judging them.
Oh, you've got
Yeah.
one of those cat faces. Okay.
Yeah, a normal cat face. But yeah, I really am judging them.
All right. So, with that, Gregor and the rest of the faculty are sitting off in stands that have been erected to allow people to watch sparring matches such as these. He calls for silence from everyone, turns to each group and says, "By right of conquest, the winner of this bout will gain first choice of location to establish their new settlement. Are you both ready?"
Aye, sir.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it a free for all, or is it team versus team?
Team versus team.
It's expected to be team versus team. If you attack your allies, they will probably attack you back.
Damn it. Okay then. Let's go. You guys ready?
Oh,
Smiley.
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready to skin them.
So, I'm not sure if I set this up right, but if you click on your token, in the top left corner, there should be an initiative button.
Token clicked. No initiative.
Okay, cool. That was my bad then. I wonder if I do this, if this will work. No, it just does it for the first one I selected. Cool.
We can just click initiative on
Yeah,
anyway.
I was trying to make a macro, and I made a macro. It just isn't available to everyone. Why is it not available to everyone?
So you can do
Yeah,
mass macros.
that is weird. I don't see it. It's okay. I'll just roll regularly.
As expected, that's a good roll for me.
How do I roll initiative, Lorne?
Okay, so if you have your sheet open, and if you've clicked on your token,
yeah, I clicked on it.
all right, so right above where it says current hit points 9 and initiative 3.16, click on the word initiative.
Okay, hold on. I'm working on it.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so everyone of you are there. And boom. I just need to click all these. Cool. All right.
Sorry to cut in. Just a quick question. I only see on the tokens for our players the life bars. I only see above Chat Noir and myself. I don't see it above the other three.
Oh, that
I don't know. I don't know if
is
that matters.
no. That's something I haven't done. That's my problem. I will quickly fix that for you because I know having the bar helps when you're a cleric. And there, you should be able to see them now.
All right, that would come in handy to keep you alive.
And
Nice.
I will fix that for next session. And I
Okay,
will
it's no problem.
make the hotkey for initiative work as well.
Sweet.
So that you don't have to open your sheet, you just have to select your token and click the button. All right,
Alright.
so first in the order of initiative is Seraph.
All right. Seraph, of course, he doesn't have his guns out or guns singular out. He as the wizard in particular. I think you have to go down first. So he goes into a lat roll and fires at him. Let's see if he hits.
Okay, well, he does have half cover from you right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna move, but even still, I think I probably didn't hit. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Actually, I don't even need to really move in. You know, I take that back if you don't mind. I'm just gonna move 5. Can I move 3 people? Through people?
It's difficult terrain if you're moving through people.
Okay. Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15. I'll move there. And yeah, I don't think a 10 hits. I don't think so.
Well, actually, it might.
Level 1.
Yeah, that is true.
Fight.
It does not because he burns a spell slot.
Oh, shield, eh?
Yes,
All right. Fair enough.
but it would have.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, anything else on your turn?
Unless I have another gun.
Not at first level, no.
All right, all right.
And they're expensive, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All
Can I
right.
build him a gun?
You could certainly make it less by building it. Yes, you do have proficiency in firearms as well. That being said, it is this bandit's turn. I need his sheet open so I know what to do.
Damn it.
All right. So he, seeing what you did, is going to move forward, pull out his light crossbow, and you know what? Yeah, he's gonna fling a shot at the big one who looks like he might be a big fighter, which is really Tuck. So that's a 15 to hit. That will miss. Good to know. Awesome. And Shat, it is your turn.
You
She's purring.
Yeah, she's going on. We have a robot cat.
Yeah, it's the bad internet connection.
No. Distracted
Now she sounds like she's falling.
by a shiny
I think
thing
she's
on
been
the ceiling.
digitized into Tron.
I heard something about distraction. I don't know what
That's what I
that
heard, too.
was.
Okay, hold on. I think I'm back.
You just want to type it in the
Yeah,
roll
you
20
might wanna-
chat real quick?
Yeah.
He tried texting me, and I was like, "No, my internet."
Okay,
nope,
that makes sense on why it
is-
suddenly dropped. So what were you doing?
Oh, it's okay, Chippy. Just it's okay.
I'm
uh,
I think we got to get a donation pool together to get her some good internet.
It's more.
It's a
It doesn't
rural
exist.
area.
That's the problem.
Brutal.
well, we can invest in a big long Cat 5 cable to our neighbor.
um um okay, I'm just gonna move, like, that's a post in the middle?
Yes, it is a big post in the middle
Oh
that
my-
holds a arched ceiling 30
Yeah.
feet in the air.
Falling through an auto tuner. I do like that.
Can you feel? Do you believe in life after love?
That's like remember the South Park version of that?
Yeah.
That was great. That was great.
Okay, if you can hear me, Lauren, I want to hold my attack until somebody comes around the pillar.
Cool. All right, that I can do. All right. So that's your action. Tuck.
Well, this guy moved close, so we'll give him a smack
Cool.
about the head. Down there, boy, you brought a knife to a great club fight. Sorry, first one.
Yeah, 5 misses.
That's all right there, lad. You're a good boy there. Bye. Yeah, that's gonna change. I'm gonna think of something else.
Cool.
I could
Well-
be Antonio Banderas.
His buddy is going to come running up with his scimitar,
Oh no, he does not.
and he's going to attack.
For I am Tuck.
That'll hit with an 18 for 3 damage.
Tuck does not like being hit by the bandito.
Apparently, Tuck likes to speak in third person a lot.
Well, surprisingly enough, he's not stupid. But with that, the bandit ends its turn, and Smiley. And when I mean bandit, I mean your opponent.
I just want to ask, why is everyone going hillbilly doofy at this point? But
I am
I'm gonna go on.
Antonio Banderas.
Well, I don't think
All right.
you can see that
I'm
I am. How about we go French Canadian? But I'm sorry. Next time I will do better.
You gotta hold your nose. Sorry, stream. Sorry.
I think
All
they're
right,
all
I'm just
American.
No. The proper response to that is, I don't know. I'm French.
That was a GSP reference, by the
I
way.
don't know. Your attack, she has the how you say no throughput.
God damn it.
My
All right,
private
I'm just gonna
part-
move up here because I think that's almost my max, and I'm gonna get my action ready to smack any bandit or pretty much anyone from the other team that comes in within my range.
All right. Keep in mind, you can right click, and it will track how far you've moved from your original location.
Oh shit, I can do that.
Assuming you don't right click after you drop your token.
God damn it. Okay.
And Nabil's like, fuck! The whole year and a half!
Oh, you're. All right, that's it. Yeah, it's gonna be. I got my shield out, so yeah, it's gonna be one-handed hammers or
All
hammer
right.
strike.
Okay. So, well, I'm not sure if you're actually going to do anything, but the bat's going to fly up to here.
Shut! Slash it!
Do I have to jump up to hit it?
No, it is flying at about 4 feet off the ground right now.
Well, I'm gonna attack it with what I guess.
My cat back home did that all the time.
I'll
We
you guys
lose her?
still? Yeah, I just want to make sure we didn't lose.
No, I'm pretty sure she's just trying to find where to click to make the attack roll.
Uh-huh.
I am.
And
I am. 'Cause I need
It clicks the button or it gets the hose again. Sorry, that was the first thing that came to my mind. Come on.
The little internet that could.
I know.
I mean, that side of Lake
Okay,
Simcoe is
so
a friggin' wasteland.
if you've
so-
got your sheet open, yeah, you just click anything that
What am I clicking on? Me? No.
no, okay, you have to have your sheet open.
Come
So if you don't have-
on, internet.
I don't know what she said, but from the inflection,
I think she's attacking the bat. I think so. Or is it
I
not?
believe she's attacking the bat because it was the one who triggered her held action.
Oh, okay.
It's more. I'm not sure if she's attacking with dagger, claws, or her rapier.
I mean,
all three.
he was my rapier.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I heard right.
if you have when you have your sheet open, in the center of the main page, there's
Oh,
there you go.
Right
By
here.
the end of this, we're all going to be expert forensic audiologists. The kidnap victim. Like in the sound, I could hear a tugboat.
Sorry.
I think it's okay. It's
We're not
okay.
teasing you. We're teasing the situation.
It's okay. It was a familiar. It just will cost the apprentice 10 gold to recast it later.
Yeah, it's okay. I think whenever we realize your internet's going bad, just after you get used to Roll20, you can just do your action and then type done. But if you have a question, maybe do a lot of like text chatting about what you want to do.
Yeah. All right, so that is the bat done. Steph, it is Lana's turn.
Lana!
Anybody surprised?
Of course. All right. Should I fairy fire the 2 bandits in front of Tuck, or should I fairy fire the 3 back there?
Well, the 3 back there have not gone yet.
That is true. I'll do the 2 right in front of Tuck.
All right, so 1 succeeds and 1 fails. I will mark the one that that failed. What color?
Purple.
So the one with the purple dot is fairy fired, and thus you have advantage on. Anything else, Lana?
Lana!
Oh, God damn it.
That's it. I hide behind the pillar to get away from the wizard. Because I just realized at level 1, druids don't get their shape change.
Wait, seriously?
That's a level 2. I
Oh,
totally
no.
forgot about that.
Huh. Apparently I forgot to roll for one of the bandits.
That means they don't exist. Sorry, no bandit.
They just automatically die.
They automatically do.
No, technically they would have gone before Lana. So they will move up to Smiley. Your held action goes off, Nabil.
And down comes the Warhammer.
And boom
That
goes the
is
dynamite.
enough to hit, actually.
Ooh, some 7 blood. Oh, yeah, that's it for me then.
All right. So, I don't need that sheet anymore. And then this one is the other one. Oh, wait, he would actually get an action off. So he would move up, and then he would attack you. That would miss Smiley. And then his buddy moves up and attacks you on his proper turn. I believe the 18 does.
It just hits. Yeah.
Just hits for 5 slashing damage to you.
Dang. Congratulations, sir. You seem to have damaged me.
And now it is the wizard. Ooh.
Boy.
Great.
Bop.
Let's see here.
Seraph Diomedes sounds like a font title.
It sounds like a what?
A font title.
It does, actually. I like that. Who's
You
next?
mean like
And next
James
is the
Bond?
wizard,
Oh,
who is going to do something
wizard-like and annoying.
somewhat not happily for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. This is going to be fun. Oh, no, it only hit one.
I know.
A
Exactly.
wizard? What is a wizard? It's basically a nerd, and you just make fun of nerds. That's all you do.
That's not
Yeah.
fun at all.
He is going to cast
Now, Lana,
Burning
as a
Hands.
jock, it is my
Alright.
duty
Unfortunately,
to make fun of the nerd.
that will cause him only to hit Shat
Oh, meow!
because he doesn't want to hit his ally. So I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, Aaron.
Oh, Shad has this dex save.
Oh, yeah, she should be fairly good. And it's a very low DC.
So do I just click? What do I click on?
So on your sheet, sorry, I need to pull up a sheet because I don't remember it off the top of my head. On your sheet on the core page, so there's your stat column, and then the column right next to it where it says saving throws.
Okay.
If you click on Dex there.
Holy crap.
Well, she's a cat. Come on.
So you take 3 fire damage.
Aww.
Well, you take half damage when you make the saving throw, and yeah, he rolled crap.
I disagree. I think he rolled
He has
very
no
well.
more slot. He has no
I
more
pat
level
my
1
tail
plus 3.
out so it's not on fire anymore.
You took more heat damage than you took actual fire damage.
Okay, so I just have a singed whisker.
Yes, which is painful. However, that is the end of the wizard's turn. He sort of looks around and goes, crap. And now it is Seraph's turn.
Oh, it's me again. Ready? All right. Let's take another shot at that
I could
wizard.
take your turn if you don't want it.
Wow. That was kind of you, but I think I'll take my shot on that miserable wizard again. Oh, come on. All right.
And you level your pistol and it fails to go off. And as as you bring it back up to check without looking down the barrel, because that's stupid, it goes off and hits the ceiling.
Yeah, low quality piece of junk. All right.
All right. Anything else?
For now, nope.
All right. So the fairy fired bandit is going to attack Tuck. He's going to drop his light crossbow, pull out his scimitar, and slash into him for 2. And that's all he can do. That leads us back to Shat.
Okay. I just realized when I take damage, how do I put that in? Do I just
Okay,
click
so
on, do I just
yeah,
click on the 9?
9, and then go minus 3, because that's how much damage you took, and then it'll automatically do the math. And if you get healed, you can just go plus the damage you heal, and it'll automatically do the math.
Okay, that makes sense. So, because he tried to set me on fire, I'm going to. I'm going to attack the wizard with my rapier.
Okay.
Rapier.
That's a natural 1. You missed.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action to attack with my claws?
Unfortunately, a rapier is not a light weapon.
A rapier is not. Oh, it's a finesse weapon, right?
It is a finesse weapon, but it's not a light weapon.
Mm.
Oh, honey, you're very robotic. Type what you're saying into chat.
I believe that was just a aw.
I mean, we could wait for the carrier pigeon to get here with their message.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yes, the pigeon says, "Coo, coo."
We're starting a GoFundMe page for her, for internet for her.
Bringing
No,
internet to Northern Ontario.
Yeah, it is
Exactly.
literally a problem where she's in the sticks so bad that there's only one provider that actually works, and they suck.
Kojiko?
ExploreNet.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Kojiko.
All right.
You got real Canadian.
Assuming there's nothing else you can do, because in order to make 2-weapon fighting, you need to have 2 light weapons. I would allow your claw attack to be an offhand weapon because it is effectively light if you have a light weapon in your main hand. So I will assume you are done unless you stop me right now. Okay. Tuck.
All right. Well, there's these 2 in front. So that
Purple
makes
you have advantage on.
Purple I have advantage on.
He got fairy fired.
Nice. Well, I'll smack him. With just a great club. Does that work?
Yeah, that will hit.
And I'll do sub. We're not trying to kill them, right? Even with the spells, so I will do subdual damage.
Okay, cool.
Try and knock
I
them
mean,
out.
they did have Death Ward cast on them as well, so
I know, but
should you reduce them to 0 or less, they will bow out.
yeah, but I don't
unless
want
you
to
do something
them
really,
up.
really stupid.
They can get a concussion.
Okay. That's it for you, I assume?
Yep, all done.
All right. His buddy right next to him, who you didn't attack, is going to swing at you again. That'll hit with a 21
Oh yeah,
for 6 slashing
hits.
damage.
Holy moly.
But that is it for him, and now it is Smiley's turn.
I have 2 hit points left.
And Smiley is going to continue wailing on the guy on the left-hand side. There's the Duchy.
That'll hit.
And that, please let be good.
He goes unconscious and says, I give up. I give up. Well, it doesn't go unconscious. He goes down onto his knees, goes, I give up, and will slowly slink away.
All right. Appropriate response, good sir. And then Smiley turns his attention to the guy above him, and pretty much that's it.
All right. Next up, Lana.
Okay. Do you have 2 hit points, Tuck?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to use my last spell of the day.
It's like
Dude, we're level 1!
first
We're level 1!
fight.
I'd like to point out the apprentice wizard you're facing has no spell slots left.
Nice. One second, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Tuck and then use my bow and arrow to fire at the fairy fired one.
Okay, you can do that.
Yay for bonus actions.
So go ahead and roll.
That's what I'm doing right now, sorry. Alright, 1 second, I'm trying to... Oh, wait, wrong thing.
Why didn't you try?
All right, so wait, which one were you attacking?
The one that was fairy fired, which I have advantage on.
So you do hit him, yes.
Alright, for 6 damage, and then I'm healing wording, Tuck.
It should already be on your list.
I know, but the
They're
problem is...
alphabetical.
Oh, oh, there it is.
Seven! Wow.
Yay!
Mhm.
And I will heal him because he's currently away from his keyboard.
And that is the end of my... That's the end of my turn.
Okay. So with that, it is a guy on the other side next to Smiley, who, seeing his buddy have to bow out, gets a little pissed off and swings wildly. And apparently when I double-clicked, both will miss. So he ends his turn really pissed off. This guy doesn't have anything in the way of good attacks. All right, well, the wizard is going to pull out his dagger and try and slash at the cat. Wow, I think that hits. That does hit for 3 piercing damage. Oh, you're using your unlucky feature? Yeah, you force the roll to be with disadvantage. Would still be a 15 to hit. So it still hits, unfortunately. Actually, wait, you said that afterwards. I'm going to re-roll it. In the future, you should say it beforehand, though. Okay, 5. It does miss. You don't take any damage. And that leads us back to top of the order with Seraph again.
All right. So this gentleman, he's got fairy fire on him, right?
He's got
Yes,
fairy
yeah.
fire on him.
All right. Might as well take the obvious advantage and take a shot. Now, if I fire where I am, do I have any?
Technically, he would have half cover because your big honking ally is in the way. You'd have to move at least one more space to get rid of that. There
Fair
you go.
enough. All right. So 18. Thank God for advantage.
That hits, and that'll put him down. All right. Anything else on your turn? You're done? Okay. Next up, Shot.
Free and clear and warm jolt.
That's a different campaign.
Okay.
That's my asshole character. We're still arguing about what happens after the campaign.
All
I
right.
turned all the other players into action figures and dolls.
So you finally get your rapier out and find him true, and basically you go to run through his shoulder, but the arcane ward that they put there that to make sure that no one actually dies causes it to skip the shoulder, but leaving a very deep bruise and actually cutting through the fabric. So you hit him for a good amount. It just it wouldn't be as deadly as it normally would have. But you hit true. Anything else?
Nope, we just lost her, so probably not.
All right. Yeah, I don't think she has anything else to do as a bonus action yet because she's level 1. So Tuck.
There we go. Finally a good hit.
Yeah, that is a good hit.
On Bandit. Alive.
Well, there's only one left in there. So he takes a good solid hit. I'm assuming nothing else on your turn.
Nothing else I can do, so yeah.
Next up is him. He's going to swing back at you because you're right in his face. That'll hit for a 4.
Ouch.
So he draws his rapier, his scimitar across your back just as you finish swinging at him. Leads us into Smiley. You've got one guy in front of you and a sort of puffy mass of what used to be the bat next to him.
I'm just trying to see what can I use to take that guy down. He's right next to me. I want to try this. I've never tried this spell. Okay, inflict wounds.
That hits.
Level 1.
Wow. Yeah, 20 points of damage.
Damn, that'll do it.
So here's the thing. If he didn't have Death Ward, that would have instantly killed him.
Whoops.
So you're good the fact of he had Death Ward. So he bows out as with a deep dark black mark across his chest as the necrotic energy sort of sucks the life out of him, but leaves him with just that little bit left. Anything else?
Now I'm just gonna mention, it is quite unfortunate he survived. I'm sorry, quite fortunate you quite survived. That's it for me.
All right. Lana.
All right, should I shoot the apprentice or shoot the bandit? The apprentice is more bad off looking, right?
He is. You should notice that there are rings around them in color.
Yeah.
And the apprentice is orange, which means he's slightly more injured than the bandit, which is yellow.
Crit! First crit of the campaign!
On who is this?
The apprentice.
All right. Yeah, that's 11. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. Stupid shortcuts to zoom in and out. I used them. All right. So yeah, he's out of the fight. At the last second, he sees an arrow coming towards his head, and he flinches, and it hits and knocks him down, but it deflects off the death ward placed upon him, and he just sort of sits there on the ground, pats himself down, and goes, "I'm alive." Oh shit! I lost.
Uh-huh. And I point my longbow at the bandit, then I'm done.
All right. Next up, Seraph. You have one target.
All right. Well, obviously, I'll take the shot. 1 second. Let's see if. Yes, that's a good shot.
Yeah, that is a good shot. That hits. Even with his cover, that hits. And with 15 damage, he goes down.
Yeah.
Woo! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
By the way, TM, so we don't get in trouble.
Yes.
It is a parody, so we're
Well-
completely okay.
Wait. Let me go back over that. I think one of the notes was off key, so it's not the same.
Wow. Oh, I like it. No, I agree. Clearly.
All right. So with that, your opponents pick themselves off the ground, shake their heads. Begrudgingly, they give you handshakes and friendly pats on the shoulder. The wizard sort of gives Shat a bit of a evil eye, which I'm assuming is also returned. But they're somewhat gracious in their loss. They're willing to let bygones be bygones, and they step aside and move off, and they go to collect their collect and heal their wounds. Beyond that, the fanfare from the peanut gallery is not all that boisterous, but it's polite and happy clapping from all of your instructors, except for the one that was your diplomacy and your decorum teacher. They're not a big fan of having people fight to solve their issues. They're more of a words first.
Well, it also might be the crotch pumping victory pose that we're doing as well.
I'm not doing that.
No fights. I'm down.
I am surrounded by children.
Well, children.
Yeah.
Adults are just grown children, so technically.
Holy shit, children are just tiny adults.
There you go.
We should give them cars.
This unit never had a childhood.
Sad.
All right. So, well, considering we lost Erin because her internet is rebooting, why don't we take a 5-ish minute break? Everyone can go to the washroom, get a new drink or anything like that they need, and we'll meet back here.
Sounds
Excellent,
good.
excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Be right back.
5 minutes.
Hmm. Hey Lauren, can you help me with something? I'm trying to understand. I'm playing as a magic user for like first time, and I'm having a little bit problem understanding this. Like when I casted my spell, for some reason it's saying it's all slots expended. That's my first spell, but I have one more slot left. I don't know if it's is it roll 20 or am I misunderstanding something?
No, okay. You know what it is. You're on your spell sheet here.
Right.
If you notice where it says your first level spell slots, there's 2 in that first section and then a 0 in the second section.
Yeah.
Well, it's slots total and slots remaining. So you never made it so that you had full slots remaining.
Oh.
So if you just click 1, it now means you have 1 slot remaining, and if you cast a spell, it'll automatically subtract it from that level.
Oh.
All right,
Oh.
I do declare I think I have my voice for my character.
Foghorn Leghorn. Seriously,
yeah.
that's what you're gonna go for.
Yeah, why not? Now,
Hey,
sir,
go for it.
I say, sir.
Now, the only issue you're going to have with this, Nabil, is if you use spiritual weapon, every time you cast it, it will use a spell slot,
That is
which
true.
is not that great.
And Nabil, I'm kind of limited with accents that I can get away with mimicking, because if I start going, oh, hello, sir, how are you? I might get in a lot of trouble.
Wasn't it supposed to be Indian?
That's what I'm saying. You can do it, I can't.
No, because my advantage is I come from that particular region.
Well, no,
And
that's what I'm saying is it just doesn't sound right coming out of me doing that kind, so I'm kind of stuck with my accents with North American or Europe.
Okay, considering our viewers on Twitch and the people on Roll20, considering the demographics, I don't think anyone is going to complain about your Indian accent. So, you have my. If you're asking for my blessing, go for the Indian accent.
No,
I'm
I
not gonna.
don't want to do one. Oh, I gotta
Hey,
find an accent I'm good at, but I've used them
hey,
all
I
already.
know, I offend. I know people are probably not gonna say it because they're probably really nice, but I've done Indian Irish and Indian Scottish, and I know a couple of people are pretty pissed off about that. So I'm holding back on that one.
Oh, I mean, I'm partially Scottish, so I can give you a pass, I think.
Yeah, I don't know any. Nah, I'm good. I'll stick with whatever really pathetic accents I can pull up. I mean, you have.
Oh, I wish I could do a Welsh accent. That'd be fun to do, but I can't. Like, there's no way.
I mean, a Welsh accent, usually they end their sentences with a very rising inflection, or is it falling inflection? I can't
I
figure that out.
can't do it. There's no way. I'm not gonna even try. I mean, if I'm doing an artillerist, I could do, oh yes, I am Sir Reginald Hornwright, the half-ogre, and I am here as His Majesty's artillerist in this time of your need.
That sounds like the
Yeah,
Winthrop.
it is
What?
Winthrop, but Winthrop who is a cunt. Less of a cunt.
I mean, you could do Foghorn Leghorn. No, not yeah, Foghorn Leghorn. I'll just go and do a really gay Snagglepuss. I mean,
I don't know, I could do Scooby-Doo. I don't know, Reggie. Do you want a
okay.
half ogre snack?
Oh God.
No.
No. That's
No, that's not racist. That's just very, very annoying.
exactly.
You can't be racist against a dog.
Or I could do something like be like Snarf, but like ogre. Like, hey, ogre, what you doing, ogre?
Oh Jesus, are you serious?
Or I could use ogre as every noun, like a Smurf.
I think you should think up a couple more ideas.
Now I do declare this was the best idea. Don't you agree, sir? As a man of military arms, you must know that something very good.
Well, I do declare, Mr. Tuck, you have me in the papers.
Oh.
All right. So while we were on break, I did go in and I made one change to your sheet, Clay.
Mm-hmm.
I actually added your ammunition as a trackable resource,
Boo.
and I made it so your gun will track every time you fire by expending one charge.
Oh no, Chibi dropped out.
Limited ammo
I
activated.
know. Good lord.
To be
All right.
fair,
I
I
can
think
make ammo
everyone
for
should
you.
have that, except for Steph's longbow, because I'm not sure why. Wait, she shouldn't have started with a longbow.
I'm an elf. I get a longbow.
No, you get longbow proficiency.
Oh, well, I bought one with the money I had.
We'll work on that.
I built her a bow, and I can build him bullets. I brought all the tools.
all of them.
All right.
Pass me a 3-inch spanner. I
What
mean,
does
I
that
do
mean?
declare. A spanner. I said, son, a spanner. Are you listening to me? English, son.
Common, sir. Common.
It's going to be a long game.
It's only 9:00.
I
We have an hour and a
know.
half.
I know. All right. So, is everyone back? Aaron, can you hear us?
I can't hear someone falling off a cliff, so I don't think so.
Mm.
Okay, so she can hear us. Good.
Oh, okay. Again,
All
jokes
right.
aren't about you, it's about the situation.
Exactly.
I
So,
feel bad teasing, but it's so funny.
with that, I'm going to move us back to the world map. Oops.
I think we should
Come on.
take, I think it was 3.
3.
Well, we either take 1 or 2, location 1 or 2, because we get to choose, where we have more autonomy, but less, or we take 3, which has the lake, has the island, has the nearby population center that we can get to fairly quickly by boat if we need backup.
Are we back on the stream?
We've
Yes.
yes, so
Yes.
everybody should know that when we break, the audio keeps going through. So
Uh-huh. So if you say anything outlandish, it will still be recorded.
God
Oh,
damn it,
yes.
I was so close.
So, if you guys look, there are 3 locations that you can select from. In the very is location 1.
Sweet.
It is a coastal location. It offers a lot of unexplored territory, but you are quite isolated from any allies should you require them. It also means, however, that any trade goods that you need to bring in has a relatively easy way to you. They just have to charter a boat to chart the course from along the shoreline. Beyond that, it's a nice flat grassland. There's a forest to the south. There's some mountains to the north. And in the far off northwest, there is another large snowy mountain range.
easily defensible.
Yes. As far as you know, it's easily defensible. Next up is in the north, location 2. This is as well a coastal location. It is, however, reasonably close to Gulfspeed, because they were planning on eventually connecting this to there via roads and other trade networks. However, it is somewhat removed. It would be multiple days' journey to get there via land, and as thus most of your trade will come via boat. Beyond that, there isn't much known about what's in the area. Shat has a little bit more information, specifically because members of their tribe have not been there personally, but have traded with individuals who have traded with individuals. So they know that there's some woods, there's a lake, and there's a area that is full of various caverns and canyons somewhere in that area. They're not 100% sure where, but just that it's there. And last but not least, location 3. Located just off the northern coast of Grand Isle on a lake that hasn't exactly been named yet, but is probably going to be the Resdellon Lake. Location 3 is nestled just south of the Casquillian Mountains, next to 2 forests, and set in the middle of a large plain of grasslands. It is a couple, I want to say weeks or so journey on land from Sheraton, and about half as much via sea, assuming good winds. As such, it is the easiest to be resupplied and to gain assistance should you desperately need it.
All right, so 1 and 2 are accessible by ship.
1 and 2 are coastal locations accessible by ship. They offer large tracts of land with no interaction. You can essentially head out in about 180 degrees from either direction and be able to explore it to your content. Location 3, you're kind of limited considering it's going off of a lake. You know you can't go south really without hitting stuff that has already been explored.
But it is the best to be... I think maybe location 2 and then location 1 as a second.
Yeah, I like 2 and 3 personally.
Okay, so
then.
we'll be crossing the sea twice. I mean, just thinking out loud, if you're going to go 2, then 1 and 3.
Oh no, you get to pick you get to pick a single location. That is where your settlement will begin, and then from there your adventures will spiral outwards.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind starting with location 2. I had location 1 somewhere. I thought location 1 was somewhere else. My mistake.
It's all the way down below. Does location 2, if we expand all the way to the Casquillian Mountains, would we have mineral rights?
If you were to send individuals there to secure the land and start mining, yes, you would have mineral reserves that could be used to craft or outfit your people with better arms and armories.
Okay, and thanks to chat, which is Chibi's, it's Noir Chat, or Chat Noir, is her character's name?
Chat Noir.
So, and due to Chat Noir's contacts, we know location 2 has a lake, it also has, like, forested areas and everything else.
Well, keep in mind the information is from traders who have traded with traders who have traded with traders who traded with her tribe. So it's like hearing stories about China. Well, it's like hearing stories about China from Alexander the Great. Like, technically he went there, but the stories he had were from hitting the eastern edges of them and then hearing of stuff that might have happened at the coast. Or western edge, and then hearing stuff that happened at the coast.
I see. I think we're all pretty good with location 2. What do you think, Chat Noir? You can just type it in chat.
We can do 2.
Well, if we're just voting anyway, pretty much.
Okay, simplicity at its finest.
Yeah,
2.
This is going 2.
So yeah, I guess the majority so far has said 2. The other location was potentially 3, I believe, that got the second most amount of votes. So it looks like you're going to be going to location 2 when you finally set out there.
Yes. Would there be a way, because we're in location 2, right? We found our coastal city. would we be able to found another coastal city? Like, you see where you over, like, say here. I'm gonna draw something. Like there-ish as a convenient stopping point between Blensith and our place.
Well, I mean, you're effectively setting up a coastal city to begin with. You could eventually establish a second location. However, your first city is not going to be a true city until it's had some time to work itself together. Effectively, you know, a city cannot just sprout up out of nowhere.
Sure it can.
No, it
Challenge
can't.
accepted.
You know,
No,
let's
like
get there and say we discovered gold, and we'll have an influx of people so fast.
No, we will have a
well,
hot mess.
that could be true. However, what's basically going to happen is you're going to go out there. You're going to build one structure first, which is going to be a long haul. You're going to have a bunch of tents, and effectively from the long haul tents and a blacksmith spot, it's going to expand to eventually form a city. But that's going to take months.
Or we start a gold rush.
Potentially, yes. But once you have an established city, which could take 9 to 10 months game time, not actual real time, then you might be able to establish a secondary position, say on the coast where you marked, Steph, where it would be a stopping point for ships to come in, disembark, gain fresh supplies, and then re-embark and take off.
Excellent.
So let's start with our area first, and then we can build up later. No?
Yeah, that sounds like the best idea. Location 2 it is!
Yes.
Now, what is the most... Now we're gonna need to figure out what the most important thing is. What will its name be?
Or how are we going to get there?
Well, I mean, assume we're gonna have a boat, and it's gonna have provisions and supplies.
Well, we'll go
Well-
on the Nina,
Well,
the something, and the Santa Maria.
just so you know, just so you guys know, technically speaking, those things are already being arranged for you. They understand that this is a great undertaking and you need a lot of manpower, and they're arranging to have those individuals be ready for you so that once you're in the area, you have a structure that's already being built. You just have to worry about leading them as true leaders. To that end, you're asked that while they gather all that together and make ready for that specific location, because they were ready in general for all 3 locations, but as soon as you picked a location, they went, okay, we need to get you these supplies because you're not off the lake, you're off the ocean. We're not going to have the ability to send you with fishing ships that are designed for shallow waters. So they're making better informed preparations for your location. So what they have decided is to get your feet wet in a real life application of your skills. They're going to send you to Glospin. Once there, you're going to meet with a member of their ruling council. It is going to be a Mr. Ameline Dethar.
Would any of us know of him, or by reputation, or...
Anyone that wants to roll me a history check can do so to see if they know what this guy might have done.
Nope.
Wow,
If
you
I
did.
can get some assistance on my history check, it would be really helpful from somebody.
Oh no,
Everyone else
for
has
some reason
failed.
you're guidance.
Guidance doesn't give me advantage because if I was advantage, I
Oh
would
wait,
have had a nat 20.
oh wait, I was gonna say who did not roll yet, they get guidance, but yeah.
The only one who hasn't rolled yet is Chat or Shot, and
Shat,
if
you
she
haven't
was
rolled
rolling,
yet. You have guidance.
Which is 1d4.
Let me just put that spell up on the thingy.
there should be if you. Okay, we're here. Boom. Open up her sheet so I can see it as well. If you scroll down below where it says passive perception, there's a checkmark box for guidance that'll automatically roll the d4 when you roll it.
Where did you say that was?
On everyone's sheet there should be. Yeah, I have put things for bless.
I have bless.
And yeah, there's bless, a sneak attack or other attack modifiers. There's a defensive modifier, and then there's a guidance one. And you can add as many as you want. So, for example, if someone has if there's a bard in the party, you can add bardic inspiration there and just have it be a clickable. That whenever it's applicable, it'll automatically roll it to your given stats.
I'm only speaking for myself, but I don't have the guidance one. I have bless and I have defense, but I don't have guidance.
You should have guidance. I'm sure I put it on everyone's.
Under global attack modifier, right?
Oh no, not under global attack modifier. Global attack modifier just has bless.
Or global.
If you go under your global skill modifier, which is under your tool proficiencies and such, it says guidance.
Oh, tool proficiencies.
Yeah, it's stupidly put there as opposed to under your skills.
Okay, yeah, I found it.
Yeah, and then there's one under your saving throws for bless.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. So okay, with that roll, actually, you do recall a little bit. They were in a previous class. They scored really well in diplomacy and combat. And you do remember stories of how he engaged in some first contact with your people and was a very pleasant and very it was a very peaceful interaction. The only misunderstanding came when he accidentally hit on the tribal elder's daughter and didn't realize he was doing so and proposed marriage, which was immediately turned down by the tribal chieftain because he's an elf and they're a cat.
Wait, how does that work?
It wouldn't. That's why it was immediately turned down.
Can't everything sleep with everything in D&D?
In theory, yes.
I mean,
Can they propagate, though? No.
Alright, so this guy, proposed marriage to a cat princess?
He accidentally went through the classic way of asking for someone's hand in marriage without realizing that was the traditional way to do so. All he did was take her hand and kiss the knuckles, which is a very chivalrous way to do it back in the old country.
Whoops.
Okay.
But anyway, you're asked to make some preparations. You're each given 50 gold to do with as you wish.
Ooh, sweet.
And and told you are to meet in 5 days down at the port. We have chartered a craft that will take you to Blenscythe, and then you will from there take a carriage to Golspun and meet with Sir Deathair.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is going to be fun.
Do you have any questions before I let you go, or
Do you have, as a part of your world, because I'm being sent here on behalf of sort of my druid circle, are there any elf druid circles? Like, what's the name of my druid circle? I can make one up, or do you have one in
you
mind?
can make one up? Oh, Aaron, you were saying something?
Have to go on a
Oh, I think we lost her completely.
Must we go on a boat? Well, considering you're on an island separated by miles of ocean water from the main continent, a boat is kind of the generally accepted form of transportation. You
Chet and
are,
I,
however,
yeah.
being sent on a fairly large boat, which means your actual interaction with water will be limited.
Well, so I found out recently how they went to the bathroom on boats. It was not good.
Just like in a container and throw it overboard, right?
More like a hole cut in a little seat over the side, and there's a rope dangling down into the water, and then you pull up the shit-covered rope and wipe with the wet end.
Wait, what?
Yep.
What?
It was they were
TMI. TMI.
Do what you gotta
Yep.
do.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, please, no. That I did not need to know that.
I
Oh,
think I
God,
can speak
why?
for others also. We didn't need to know that.
wasn't a silk rope either.
Okay. And with that ugly, ugly thought in your brains, you guys are given time to rest and recuperate from your somewhat interesting and taxing fight earlier.
Was that a long rest or a short rest?
That is a long rest.
All right, everything's back.
At this point, there's no reason for you to take a short rest when you're going to be traveling in the near future, and you're kind of safe in a big city unless you make your own trouble.
Huh.
Fair enough. All right. Shall we go?
I think so. Thank you all for watching. I would like to, before I turn off the chat, I would like to say thank you to everyone who was in the chat. So thank you, Kane Phoenix, and thank you, Voltage Wins, and also thank you, Banana Nanin, Commander Root, Neat Dev, Positivity Vault Bot, and Zane Kyber for watching. I'm not sure if we're playing tomorrow or not. But the rest of this week we will be at BreakoutCon in Toronto. So our Sunday Eberron campaign is canceled because of that. And Thursday's follow-up to the end of Tomb of Annihilation is also not happening because of that. Other than that, I wish everyone a good night. Catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Good night.
Goodbye, everyone.
Okay. So